Thank you so much, man, for coming on board on my YouTube channel to speak about your beautiful restaurant that you've opened in the city of Shanghai. And briefly introduce yourself to my audience and people watching us.
Hi guys, my name is Jason Shao. I'm coming from South Africa. Mother city of South Africa is called Cape Town. So I starting business in China 2019, and then because of COVID, and then the business is not successful. So now why we opened a new South African restaurant in Shanghai, because we want to bring South Africa brand. So all in all that's why I have idea say let me open South Africa restaurant and then to create more from Africa. It's not only South Africa.
For the African community.
Africa community.
Okay, let me take you back a bit. I learned that you've lived in South Africa over 26 years.
Yes, correct.
26 years ago, you left China to South Africa.
Yes, correct.
Were you not scared? Because I know most Chinese people don't even want to go to Africa because they think Africa is a wild place. And 26 years ago, I think you were a very young man.
Yes.
And you took a bold
20 years. Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
You took a bold decision to go to Africa for the first time.
Yeah.
What actually influenced your decision to go to Africa at that time?
I love tourists. I love the wildlife. So I just want to see what's going on. So I just pack and go. And then I start new life. And then I still love Africa, even today. Because of my personal issues, so because of the parents and everything, so I need to come back to look after my parents.
So that's why you're back to China?
That's why I'm back to China.
I mean, 26 years ago, you went to Africa as a young man.
Yes.
What influenced your decision to stay in Africa for 26 years?
I was thinking I only will be there for a few months, be honestly. So my return tickets was maybe 6 months, I can't even remember. So, but I was there, I love African people. That's why I say I call myself
an African?
African boy.
African boy, amazing.
So now I'm an African man. Not
African man, right?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit older, African boy, because I love the cultures. You see, I'm wearing a sushasha. Is our Basotho traditional shirts, and the material is made in from South Africa. So I can dance South African dancing, traditional dancing, and then I can speak few languages.
How many South African languages can you speak?
Sotho, Xhosa, Zulu, Afrikaans, English. That's it.
Wow.
Few 5.
26 years ago, when you went to Africa, South Africa to be precise, how did the people receive you?
Yeah, but that time was not many Chinese people, but there is like a Taiwanese or Hong Kongese or Chinese or Japanese. They only say they call us Machina. So Machina is wrong. I tell them it's called Le China or Mochina, because say Machina. Machina is like a phone or like a cup of the goods or whatever. But all in all, everybody knows Machina. So, but to respect everybody. So I love African people. They have 99.9% they are good. Yes, everything, everywhere is not perfect.
Right.
You know? So we have here and there problems, but all in all, they are good. They have a good heart, they respect the people, they smile to the people, they're greeting the people. That's, and that they're very look after their small homes. You go to the house, everything's tiny, the windows clean, the floor always sweeping nice, tight, neat, So I went to Mokuku myself. Mokuku meaning, like townships, and they're living in the container shacks. But inside, you can't believe everything is tight, neat, and clean. I do business with them together, and we do everything, like a partnership. They teaching me how to do it, teaching me English, teaching me Sotho, teaching me Afrikaans. Because where I'm young, I have known nothing. So I grew up in Africa.
I mean, why South African restaurant? I know that the South African community in Shanghai around Suzhou is very big.
Sure.
What does this mean to the South African community in China?
So I researched. Also, I have a South African online supermarket, but we didn't continue to do it. We hope we will get back soon. But all in all is I want to do something special in Shanghai because there's so many Italian restaurants, French restaurants, Spanish bistro, everywhere they call bistro. Let me open something
for the Africans.
I
love that. So I love that for taking care of my people.
Want to be appreciated about South Africa tradition. That's what I want to do. But also, it's not for only African community. It's for Chinese, for everyone. Italian, Germany. I'm not only catering for Africans. So we want everybody to come into my restaurant to appreciate the African traditional and the good food, good service, good people, and good wines.
And I took a little tour of your place. It's very big.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to open such a big restaurant? I think this is the biggest foreign restaurant in Shanghai, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, sure. Because we are in 800 square meters without the balcony and the rooftop gardens. So do rooftop gardens around 3,000 something square meters. And inside my restaurant, the balcony we can sit in easily for 150 people.
Wow.
Inside the restaurant, sit down for 250 people, plus minus. We have a 2 private room. We can both cater about 30 plus for the birthday or private functions.
What does this restaurant mean to the African community in Shanghai?
I think this is the first. It's just a good reminder that we have a place at least to feel like home, food to taste, African food, and just a nice environment.
If someone is coming here for the first time, what should they expect?
They should expect a nice vibe, African music, African food as well, and just African events as well. Meet people from home.
So if an African person is coming to Shanghai and want a place to eat, this is the best place to come.
This is the best place to come. 100%.
100%.
100%.
Are you always open?
We open every day from 10 to 8 every day, so we always open here.
All right, man. I appreciate the time.
Sure.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yes.
So you mean this restaurant is now officially opened for everyone who wants to enjoy a bit of the African traditional cuisine from South Africa?
Yes.
So what kind of food do you serve here?
Okay, we have a signature menu, only our traditional famous food, like a signature menu. We call signature menu. It's like a boulevard roll, papa and chaklaka, and bani chow, and then some, biltong salad, not huge menu, and of course is a braai meat, is a steak. So, but after the signature menu, we also have for international menu.
Okay.
Like the pizza, pasta, and oysters, crayfish, lobster, crab, seafood platter. We do international, but we have a signature only for South Africa. You cannot find it somewhere else, only by us.
If you are South African, if you are African in Shanghai, you are traveling to Shanghai, and you want a place to have a taste of an African meal, then this is the right place to come. What's the name of your restaurant?
Le Berg. Le Berg is Afrikaans meaning the hill.
The hill.
The hill. We have in South Africa, we have a lot of hills, not mountain, because we are not high, not huge and big. So otherwise we call mountains, but we call berg meaning the hill.
And I also saw like you have your own signature wine.
Yes, I have a wine farm in South Africa, in Cape Town. So we producing our wine in my wine farm, and we're starting making the grapes until the finishing with the bottling.
If someone is watching this video for the first time and I want to come to your restaurant to have a meal, what is your message to them?
Our South African restaurant, the name is called Le Berg. You're looking for Jason, we give you best service and we look after you, and then the good price.
What is the address to this restaurant?
The address is on the 5th floor, Yuexing Furniture Mall, Putuo District, Shanghai.
Is there a phone number that people can contact you on if they are coming and they've lost their way?
My telephone number is 021 643 70057. My WeChat is 185 217 0628. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your time, man.
Looking forward to see you guys.
Yeah,
soon.
so please
Thank you.
come here for the best meal for South Africa. You will not get this anywhere apart from
From Laberg.
Leberg. All right.
Thank
Peace
you.
out. Peace
Thank
out.
you.
Peace out. Peace out.